it's Kathy Sokolic here again, and today I have a very special guest, Zoe Comings, who's an artist here in Austin. Welcome, Zoe.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit just about yourself, how long you've been in Austin.
I've been here about 13 years, actually. Yeah,
Wow.
a while. Bounced around a little bit, and then I visited maybe 20 years ago, and then made it my home about 13 years ago. Yeah,
Then we must have met like right when you got here
I
because,
think so. Yeah, Pump Project, wasn't it?
yep, it was
Yeah.
Pump Project. So I
Yeah.
was still roommates with Joelle back then.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
long ago. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
100 years ago.
I know
Yeah,
it feels like it.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. So what got you into like jewelry making and that kind of stuff?
Let's see. I studied jewelry making years ago. I'm from Northern California originally, and I really loved working with metals. And I've always, yeah, my whole life, I guess, I've always liked working really small, like making little miniature things, and really appreciated jewelry and just kind of how personal it can be, and timeless and stuff too. So I studied that in Santa Cruz years ago, and then
Oh,
I did some. Yeah, that was a long time ago, and then did some traveling, and then I ended up wanting to study clay. So ceramics sort of came second, and yeah, I wanted to study clay, and so I was like, well, where's a good spot for that? And I'd just driven across country to Asheville, North Carolina. And I was like, this seems like a really great spot. A lot of pottery and things there, but luck would have it that I was like, nope, this is not the spot. So I moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it was amazing. I studied ceramics at University of New Mexico there, and graduated doing all that, digging our own clay and like working with the earth. And it was really incredible. Yeah, being like spending a lot of time in the Four Corners area. And so that kind of interested me, just ceramics, and I kind of go, am I a jeweler or I'm a potter? Which one? And I guess I'm both, but the ceramics is a big piece of it for me, and like its connection to nature and the earth and stuff. So yeah.
oh, that's really neat. Yeah, because
Yeah.
most all do all of your pieces contain both ceramics and metal?
Yeah, they do. And actually, when I was at Pump Project, I was still considering myself a jeweler, and then I made tile work on the side. So I hadn't quite combined them. And then I guess it was about 10 years ago, I bought a house. And so I have a little garage, which is my current studio. And we have a production studio down the street now, too, which is nice. But 2020 would have it make it a little complicated to be in two places at once. But anyway, yeah, so when I moved into this studio, I had ceramics on one side and jewelry on the other. And I remember I would walk in the studio and go, like, which am I today? Or which one do I want to do? And I was like, this is crazy. I have to find a way to mix them. So that was maybe 8 years ago or so. I was like, can I make ceramic jewelry? Can I make porcelain jewelry and have this work where I can combine both things I love? So yeah.
And you
So
did.
I did, and every piece has porcelain, and 14 karat gold fill is the metal I tend to use. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and your pieces are gorgeous. They're
Oh, thank
simple,
you.
just unique. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So
you. Yeah.
do you do this full time?
Hmm. Yeah, full time. Yeah, and yeah, and before 2020, so yeah, I have this studio, and then this is now kind of my design studio, and then during 2020 it's sort of fulfillment as well. It's doubling as a few things so we can social distance. So I do have a production studio down the street now, and a very small team. We were four, and we're two, but we're good. We're getting through this year.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
yeah, it's good. We're staying safe. We're like social distance, and we do the jewelry handoff. So yeah, yeah, so it's good. But
perfect.
anyway, yeah.
So so where do you sell? Where can people go buy your stuff?
So locally, so you could look online on my website, so you could sell there, or purchase there, and then there's a list either like through a direct link there,
Mhm.
or there's a list of our stockists, so around the country. So mostly in the U.S., but like in Austin right now, I'm at Parts and Labor on South Congress, and it's called Austin General Store on Second Street, so right across from the W, and also Take Heart, a little shop on East 11th.
Mhm.
So yeah, I know they're all great shops for different, such different, flavor of items. But yeah, so yeah, those are. Oh, and the Blanton Museum. So
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
pretty fun.
yeah, the Blanton's great. Yeah, they have a nice collection of stuff. I hadn't been in there, and I guess until they started carrying the line maybe 4 years ago, but they've got a neat selection of pieces. So yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So are the holidays kind of a busy season or is
for
it
sure.
busy?
Yes, yes. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty seasonal business. I would say people, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, when we can travel again. If people like to go to touristy destinations, that's always fun in the summer. But essentially, it's a holiday driven business largely. We often do quite a bit right now in these last 2 months or so of the year. Yeah.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any big plans for the future? Any?
Well, yes, I had big plans to go traveling. My car was packed the day that the COVID thing happened, and I was going to go on a road trip. I would say big plans would be to go get re-inspired. Like at least once a year, I love to go up to Santa Fe or the Four Corners area or go to the ocean. So as far as big, that's as big as I'm going to plan these days, take a little time to get away and kind of recharge the creative batteries.
Mhm.
But right now I've been finding ways to just do that here, yeah. And then I do trade shows like twice a year, and then quite a few where I think we met was at, well, we met at Pump, but then I do little retail shows in town. So it'll be fun when those get going again. That's a fun way to travel. I really miss it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just the face-to-face interaction and meeting people.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. In Chicago, people are walking down the street and, it's fun. You interact with them and you never know who you're going to meet kind of thing. So yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any favorite pieces or things that just speak to
I
you the most?
do. Yeah. So some of my favorites are, well, what I'm wearing. I love just the teeny tiny pieces. So I'm sort of a classic, and one of the pieces that let's see, should have another pair around here. One of the things that got me inspired about this line was designing. So I worked in fine jewelry for a long time before this, and I wanted to design. I don't know if can you see that?
Yeah, just hold them up a little closer. Yeah.
Sort of like I wanted to design like an eco-friendly pearl, and sort of like classic pieces. So this is like based off of like a 5 millimeter pearl in a variety of colors. I tend to wear classic white, rather traditional, but so that, and then there's like a correlating necklace. Let's see, hold this guy up. I think you can kind of see the little correlating necklace.
Yeah.
It's just subtle, it's real simple. And then right now this season, like teal is really popular, this sort of aqua color.
Yeah.
So that's a fun one. Yeah, and then I do larger pieces too, like statement stuff. Like last year I did some of these big guys, sort of the dome collection, and this is fun for a little pop. But yeah, like for gifts, a lot of people like just the real simple everyday things. Also the little tiny studs, they're mask friendly, which is nice. I'm finding people are really liking that right now, just an easy on and off piece. So you're not worried about getting, dangly earrings tangled or whatever. Yeah. Or you can wear a larger necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something simple. So easy to wear. And white, like the sort of kind of the pale ivory color, and teal tend to be really popular colors. People like too. And then this pale blue. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, your pieces are awesome and lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so we'll share this information with everybody, like how to find your pieces and especially your website.
Yeah.
And we hope everybody can get out and support our local artists this year, 2020.
Yay, 2020. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye.